All right, guys, I get this question a lot. One of the questions is what is the process to bring a return back to the customer service desk? Well, I'm going to go over the fundamentals on if you have a receipt or if you don't have a receipt. If you have a return, we're going to do with a receipt first. If you have the receipt, I'm going to ask for the receipt. We scan the code. It's going to run through our system. Once we have a list of all the stuff that you have on your receipt, we're going to scan whatever you bring back. Now, I'll usually ask, is there anything wrong with it or anything like that, the reason why you're bringing it back or whatnot. Once you give me that reason, I'll scan it. I'll ask, it'll prompt us three things. We can either do one of three things if you have your receipt. We can put it on a gift card. We can give you cash back if it asks us, or we can credit it back to the card. Usually those three options will ask or will pop up. You can choose either three, and then let's say if you want cash back, we'll go ahead and give you the cash, or if you want it put back on the card, we can put it back on the card. Once that process is through, we'll give you a return receipt to let you know that you either get your cash or it'll go back on a card or it'll go back on a gift card. Simple. Now, if you don't have a receipt, it gets a little interesting. So if you don't have a receipt, what we'll do is we'll hit no receipt. We'll scan the item. Now, if you don't have a receipt, we'll have to put it on a shopping cart. Here's why. If you don't have your receipt, our policy states that it'll have to go on a shopping cart depending on how much it is. Now, if it's over a certain amount, let's say $100, we're going to have to ask for an ID. Well, anything over $10, we're going to have to ask for identification. $10 or more, we have to ask for ID. Now, if it's over $100 or anything like that, we'll have to get a supervisor, because depending on the dollar amount of how expensive it is, we need to make sure and get it approved, and then we can put it on a shopping cart. But regardless, if you don't have a receipt, it's going to go on a shopping cart. We have to ask for your ID if it's over $10. It's going to prompt us to type in your ID. So if it's Oklahoma, Texas, Wisconsin, wherever state that you're in, we got to enter those numbers in. Now, you can return something to the customer service desk up to 3 times. Upon that third time, it's going to print a receipt stating that you're approaching your third time, because once you return something without a receipt for the third time, you got to wait for a certain amount of time before you can return something again without a receipt. This is why it's more important for you to have your receipt. Now, here's something else. Let me add a little bonus in here. Normally I will ask, if you don't have your receipt, did you pay with cash or card? If you paid with a credit card or a bank card or whatever, we can use that card to look up your receipt or to look up your items. So in other words, if you paid with a card or whatnot, we can turn around and have you insert that card through the modular, and we can look up your receipt that way. So a lot of customers don't know that. If you paid with a card and you're trying to return something at the service desk, we can look up your receipt with that card or bank card or credit card or whatever it was that you use. Now, if you paid with cash, there's no way that we can look it up in the system. We'll have to put it on a gift card. But if you have your receipt, or if you don't have your receipt and you paid with a card, we can definitely look it up, and then we can go ahead and take good care of you. So those are the fundamental, guys. I want everybody to get educated on that.